What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks. Today we got another Prize Picks video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys a total of 4 NBA player props I love on the board for this Monday, December 16th NBA slate. It is a pretty good one, so we got a lot of games to choose from. Found a great 4 player props I love on the board, along with the player of the day. And speaking of the player of the day, yesterday's video was so heartbreaking. We gave you guys that Mikal Bridges player of the day over that 21.5 PRA. At halftime, this dude had 16 PRA. I was like, oh, this dude's going to smack out easily. It was a close game. He already had 16 PRA. He only needed like 5 more to cover. So again, I thought he was just going to smack out easily. And then what did he come out and do in the second half? He came out, only got a total of 3 points, rebounds, and assists in the whole second half. So again, he ended up with 19 when he had 16 at halftime. Again, can't really do nothing about that. It was a great read. He had a strong start, a super strong start, more than double halfway of his line, but then unfortunately just kind of didn't do nothing the whole second half. Not sure what happened there, but just unfortunate. In sports betting, it's going to happen. But we're going to bounce back in today's video with the player of the day. Love this one right here. So before we get in these, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It's really mean the word to me. Going to be grinding as consistent as I can, trying to give you guys the best content, the best value, and the best breakdowns I can find on this Prize Picks board, and just get a better overall edge, trying to win some money together, which we are all trying to do here. And if you guys haven't joined the free Discord already, we just launched it. I think there's like over 130 people in there right now at the moment. So again, if you guys haven't joined that for free, down below in the description, make sure you guys join that right now. I'll leave a link down there for you guys to join real quick. We'll just be posting our player of the days in every single video. Even if we don't upload a video, we'll still probably upload a player of the day if you guys are a fan of those. And then again, just some updates, announcements, and extra player props. So if you guys haven't joined already, make sure you do that down below, completely free if you guys want to. But enough talking, we're going to go and hop right into the players that we got in today's video. As you guys can see, pretty solid slate for this Monday one. Got around, what is this, 6 or 5 games to choose from, so nice little slate right here. But majority of the games that we have right now is this Miami Heat versus Detroit Pistons games. This one should be a good game though. As you guys can see, the spread is only minus 4.5, over and under a total of 217.5, and these guys typically have great games against each other. Both of them don't really have the best defense, so obviously that should make up for a lot of offense. And we're gonna be looking at this Clippers versus Jazz game as well down here. So with that being said, our player of the day in today's video, we're going to be rocking with Bam Adebayo over his 17.5 points line. I love this line for him, especially against Detroit. Now, Detroit, surprisingly, is pretty solid from the 1 to 3 position defensively. As you guys can see, against opposing point guards, they're ranked 7th in points allowed. Shooting guard, small forward, they're like in the mid tier. But then power forward and center is where they're most vulnerable to by far. They're ranked 23rd and 22nd in points allowed, giving around a total of 25 and 20 points to opposing bigs from the 4 to 5 position, the power forward and center position. So almost a total of like 40 points combined, or no, over 40 points combined from these two positions. So this one should be a good little line for Bam Adebayo matchup wise. Again, just going against those weak bigs defensively, he should have a good time being able to score down there below. His line is only at 17.5. Obviously, so far in the season, he's had his struggles, only going over this line 35%. But a lot of people are looking at this line and be like, oh, this is a pretty high line for him if he's only gone over 8 out of the 23 games. But I still like the value right here, especially for the matchup. That's probably why this line is at 17.5 where it is at. He plays a lot of minutes, as you guys can see, around 35 minutes a game on average, shooting around 14 shot attempts so far this season alone, shooting 44%, which is a great percentage because he takes high percentage shots, majority of them in the paint. And surprisingly, he takes a good amount of threes, as you guys can see, especially in the last games, 4 and 3 3-point shots attempted, shooting around 34%, which is also solid for his position. I really like this line, though. He has a great resume against this Detroit Pistons team. If we look at him in his last 6 head-to-heads, he's gone over this line 5 out of 6 games. This one he just had a tough matchup in. I'm not even sure what happened. He only took 9 shots right here. Played 35 minutes, but again, it was a pretty low-scoring game, so obviously he's not going to do his thing. But if we look at his recent history, besides that one, he's gone over this line every single time, just covering easily with at least 20 points. So I feel like this one should be a good one for him. Recently, so far this season, he's taken more shot attempts actually compared to what he's actually taken against these guys in his head-to-heads. Only 13 shot attempts on average against these guys compared to what he's been taking this season so far at 15. Again, just a higher ceiling in general. He shoots a super high percentage at 60%, again, which is as to why we're going with this play for the power forward and the center position that has shown in the past to improve his shooting percentages. Defensively, they're just weak to that position compared to the 1 through 3 spots where they're point guard, they actually solid, and then shooting guard, small forward, they're just like mid-tier, but then power forward, center, that's where they're vulnerable to. So he should have a good time down below in the paint. I expect him to go out there, ball out, and cover 18 points at least easily. So this is my player of the day. If you guys didn't take anything from my videos, I'd recommend those ones. And in that case, we're going to rock with Bam over that 17 points right there. So if you guys can take anything, this play right here. With the second player, I actually really like this one. I was debating on putting it as the player of the day, but again, it's kind of a weird one. Jaime Jaquez Jr. over his 1.5 assists. Love this line for him. Now, this line is very low. Obviously, he's a bench player. He comes off the bench. He's a role player. He was a rookie last season, but he's actually a pretty solid player. I love this dude. He played for UCLA. He's a very fundamental guy. As you guys can see, he averages around 21 minutes a game and sees 4.4 potential assists on average in each game. Now, this is a matchup against the Detroit Pistons. Obviously, they're not the best team in the league. If we look at them against opposing small forwards, which he does play, they give around 4 assists a game to that opposing position. Now, they do have some injuries, which means Jaime Jaquez Jr. could have a potential increase in minutes with that. But again, this is a perfect matchup. I believe he has a great resume against these guys as well. As you guys can see, so far in his whole career, he's only played 6 head-to-heads against these guys. And again, same with Bam Adebayo. The only game that Bam didn't cover, he didn't cover as well. So 5 out of 6, 83% covering. 2, 2, 4, 4, and 3. Again, he saw a lot of minutes, a lot of potential assists in these matchups as well. 5, 5, 7, 5, and 8. And just overall, it is the Detroit Pistons. So again, if he gets his team at open looks, which he is a pretty solid passer in, again, just being that role player down below in like the 4-3 position, running the offense well whenever the ball gets to him, he typically finds the open man, and he's had good success on being able to cover this line. As you guys can see, so far in the season, he is 63%, 12 out of 19, which is not bad at all. Again, just depends on the matchup typically. But a little insight down below, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has exceeded 1.5 assists in 5 of his last 6 games on the road. So again, whenever they are on the road, he is doubling this line where he was at. And again, we got this matchup against the Pistons, which is perfect for him, which he's seen recent success in against these guys in the past. So again, I feel like this is a great play, especially only being at 1.5. Jaime Jaquez over that 1.5 assists is our second player. With the third player in today's video, remember Jalen Duren on the other side of the ball on the Detroit end over his PRA line at 19.5. Love this matchup for him. Miami, surprisingly, with Bam Adebayo and all those guys down below in the paint, they're pretty mid against opposing centers. As you guys can see, they're ranked 11th, 19th, and 17th in PRA, points, rebounds, and assists allowed, giving around 17, 12.7, and 3.7 points, rebounds, and assists against opposing teams on average. Now, this dude has been in a little slump recently, but a lot of these games have been blowouts, have been crazy matchups for them. This game right here, 20-plus point against Milwaukee. This was a tough matchup against Boston, who has great interior defense. Knicks, who also has solid interior defense. And again, just a tough matchup against Philly right there for him. But I really like this line. This matchup for him is perfect against the Miami Heat. This is also another guy who has a great resume against these guys. And obviously with the recent struggle that he had, this line is going to be a little lowered for us compared to what we've seen in the recent season, where this line has been at, like in the 20s. Just like low 20s actually, but again, still got the little extra edge right there. If we look at him against these guys though, in his resume, 6 out of 6 in his last games, he has gone over this line every single time. Now his minutes have basically been the same. As you guys can see, 31 minutes on average against these guys. If we look at his minutes so far this season, it typically fluctuates throughout the matchup that they're having. Whenever it's like a good matchup for him specifically, he's going to get more minutes and have those 30-minute games. So again, this is a matchup where he does get these minutes. Whenever it's like a normal matchup, he'll typically get around like 25 a game. But as you guys can see, every single game against these guys, he typically gets around 30 minutes and has great opportunities. 20 rebound chances on average against these guys, 4.2 potential assists, and 7.7 potential or shots that he's putting up against these guys. If you look at his recent games, even in general throughout the whole season, even with only 24 minutes on average being seen, he still sees 17 rebound chances, which is insane. 4.2 potential assists, and takes around 5 shot attempts a game. And a little insight down below, which adds the cherry on top. Jalen Duren has exceeded 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 7 of the last 8 games versus bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed, averaging 26.5. So again, that is 5 over his normal line, which is great value, which we love to see. So again, in teams defensively that he goes against, like the Miami Heat specifically, again, in 8 games, he's averaging 26 when his line is at 19.5. It can't get any better than that. Again, this is my third player that I'm giving you guys on today's video. I feel like this one should have a great chance. We took him a lot last season, and he ended up greening a lot for us again. So again, I haven't really been on him as much this season, but I love this line for him. I expect him to have a bounce back game from going under in 4 straight games. This dude has shown glimpses where he could go crazy, and I feel like this is a perfect matchup where he could bounce back and have the over 20 PRA easily in this one. So this is my third player. He has a great resume against these guys, like I just showed you, and behind, I feel like he should be able to have a great chance to cover this one right here. So Jalen Duren is the third player. And then with the last player in today's video, we're going to be rocking John Collins over his 7.5 rebounds. Now, this dude against this team, he's going against the Clippers. Obviously, Clippers are pretty solid, surprisingly, on rebounds allowed. They're ranked fourth, giving around 42 a game. But Jalen Duren is a dog on the rebounds. As you guys can see, he's on a little slump, though, going under in 4 straight games. Now, this is also another situation where it's just been due to blowouts and tough matchups. Against OKC, they got blown out by 25 plus. Against they blew out this team, actually. They blew out Portland by 40 plus. This game, they got blown out by 40 plus. And then this matchup recently against the Suns, which is a tough matchup against a team that is pretty solid on holding teams to opposing rebounds. They were making a lot of shots, giving them less opportunities to have rebound chances. Clippers surprisingly do miss a lot of shots, so again, there should be a lot of value for him to be able to grab those rebounds. John Collins, love this line for him. The matchup specifically, as you guys can see, he's seen an uptick in minutes recently. Starting from the season, he was only seeing around 20 minutes a game. Recently, in his last couple games, he's been seeing 32 plus minutes a game. So again, that's a nice little sign right there. Seeing 14 potential rebound chances a game recently, which is also insane value. If you look at his last 10 games, 15 rebound chances along with 32 minutes a game, which is insane value. If we look at his resume against these guys as well, again, he has great stats, great numbers. 35 minutes a game on average, and in these matchups, he sees 19 rebound chances a game, which is insane, especially for his line only being at 7.5. If you're seeing almost 20 rebound chances a game and your line only needs to cover 8, again, with a guy like John Collins so big, I feel like this should be an easy line for him to cover. Last matchups, he saw 12, 13, and 8 rebounds in all these ones, and again, I feel like this one should be another good game where he could go out there, ball out, and grab those rebounds for us. So not really much else to explain on that play, but that is the last play that I loved on the board. And all these ones have pretty good value on other sports books as well. I forgot to mention, if we look at right here, as you guys can see, this Bam Adebayo play, minus 130 on Caesars. Jaime Hawkins Jr. minus 150 on Caesars, which we typically do not see. Jalen Duren, just the typical lines on all these ones. And then lastly, John Collins minus 155 on Caesars as well. So again, all these ones have pretty good value on other sports books besides prize picks. So again, the edge is going to be there for these players. Basically all of them have like a crazy edge compared to unless Jalen Duren, but that's just because like his recent matchups and whatnot. But these are my 4 players I'm giving you guys for this Monday, December 16th NBA slate. Again, player of the day is Bam Adebayo over that 17.5 points. Love the over right there. So again, if you guys need to take anything from my video, I'd recommend the player of the days. In that case, I'm gonna rock with Bam. And then our second player, Jaime Hawkins Jr. over that 1.5 assists over. Third player, Jalen Duren over that 19.5 PRA over. And then lastly, John Collins over that 7.5 rebounds line right there. So total of 4 player props I love right here. Again, showed you guys which one was my favorite. And you guys can mix and match these, use them however you guys want to from the information and breakdowns that I gave you guys. But these are just 4 picks that I found on the board that I believe should have a great overall edge on going over. And with that being said, that is all I got for you guys. Again, please drop a like and subscribe with this post notice turned on. Just mean the world to me. Going to be as consistent as I can from December all the way to New Year. Just trying to end off the year strong, going into 2025, get a nice little roll going. So with that being said, that is all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see today.